I was born in 1966, and I lived at this property till I was 14 years old. It doesn't look like much now, I suppose. Nature's claimed it for its own. This property was on the corner of my grandparents' farm. If you look closely over the top of the corn, you can make out their barn. Not too far away. Growing up, this was rarely corn. It was often hay and straw, all to service the horses that my grandparents raised. In 1974, my interest in the paranormal, at the tender age of 8 years old, was piqued. And luckily for me, up this road, not too far away, was one of the most important urban legends in our little corner of north central Indiana, a place called Little Pipe Creek. Let's go have a look. As a young kid, I'd walk up that road, sneaking out of the house. Again, at 8 years old, mind you. And I would make my way up to Little Pipe Creek Cemetery. I'd heard stories about this place my entire life. All kinds of little ghost stories. This cemetery used to be surrounded by a wooden fence interlocked with wire fencing. And here in this corner, where the signpost is now, was a gate. And legend had it that whenever a woman would approach this gate, it would open up of its own accord. Whenever men would approach, the gate would open, but then strike them, often knocking them to the ground. By the time I was coming out here, the gate was long gone. The fence was still here though. Walking amongst the ruins of this ancient boneyard, you'll see that it's in a sad state of repair. But when I came here as a child, here in the center was a large oak tree towering over this place. And I would crawl up in it, position myself in a large crook of a limb, and I would lie in wait, looking for some sign of life beyond death. This is where I saw my first apparition. Here from the remnants of this tree, I saw a mist form rolling forward towards me. It took the shape of what I believed to be a woman. I was terrified, of course. The spirit connected to these stones. started for me. I've told the story many times. I just thought that perhaps some of you might be interested in seeing it for yourselves. Here under this canopy of autumn, I feel that magic again. That sense of wonder. So many children in this graveyard. Well, so many of them were laid to rest here. What a terrific playground this was. I was blessed to have it. Glad to have it still. This is Little Pipe Creek. Old ghosts still call this place home.